Drive-Thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we continue to fight and move forward here in honor of Mitch. We're with you Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, doing live picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later, and deliver those winners at professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat. Let's beat the cappers and go right to the picks, because that's what we do here on the Drive-Thru. We don't mess around. We get right to the picks. Let's say hello to Kirk. Kirk, what's happening?
Not much. How you doing today?
It's going well today. We're looking forward to a great week here of action. Rod, what's going on?
Not too much. Had a pretty good weekend. Even walking through the haze. Definitely, it's been a rough weekend. But we know that Mitchell wants us to push forward and keep pushing and growing the community as the Pick Dogs community. Can't believe it's been 5 years or a little bit longer than that we've been growing the Pick Dogs community. And I appreciate everybody that's been here. Condolences to Mitch's family and everybody else that's been part of the Pick Dogs community that Mitch has touched. He touched so many people, more than just the Pick Dogs community. So shout out to everybody. Definitely going to be dearly missed. Let's get some winners for him today.
Absolutely, indeed. Let's say hello, Brian. Brian, what's going on?
Definitely, I'd echo those words from Rod. Definitely going to be dearly missed. And I remember those early days with Rod on the morning show. It wasn't the greatest camera setup, but Rod had that personality from day one. And, just look at him yesterday. I think Rod was, 11-1 yesterday. Fantastic. Just keeping up the good work, and look forward to press on this week and get some good picks out to the customers.
Absolutely. Let's say hello, Javon. Javon, what's going on?
Yeah, what's going on? I said my piece on Saturday, but I'll reiterate, Mitch put me on the map. He put a lot of people on the map. He was a truly great man who saw a vision in a lot of people that they might not have seen for themselves, and he always gave someone an opportunity to put their life to a higher level. So got to keep it going here at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place and the Drive-Thru.
Absolutely, no doubt about that. 100% agree. So hello to Wayne. What's going on?
What's happening? Coming off a solid day, but all in all, still a little numb. It's going to take a while to get over this. As these guys have stated, Mitch, true pioneer. He left his legacy on YouTube, man. Talking about all of the games. I'm talking about games where people don't even want to talk about. He's speaking on them. He's giving you underdog winners, and it's all out there for us to continue to learn from. So I'm appreciative of him to do that, and I'm honored to come on here and continue to pass on the Pick Dogs legacy and way.
Absolutely. Let's hello, Joey. Joey, what's going on?
What's going on, Tony? I just want to offer my condolences to Mitch's family, and definitely forever grateful for him taking a chance on me. Didn't get to talk to him much, but for those few conversations I did have, I will definitely cherish those.
No, I will too, indeed. Yeah, I've known Mitch for 16 years, going back to my days at Gamblers Television. We used to do podcasts together back in the mid-2000s. I'm going to miss him dearly, like a brother to me. With a heavy heart, continue here with the show. But he's done a great job of building this community, and we will continue to move forward and be the best as we can to honor Mitch here with Pick Dogs and the other properties that he also has acquired as well. All right, so let's get underway here with the Drive-Thru. Let's get ready to roll here with the first game. First game will be the NFL tonight, so we'll start with the NFL here, and let me go ahead and get my graphics together here. Here we go. Tonight we got the Browns and Broncos going head-to-head. Last check, the weather looks to be okay tonight. We've got the Broncos laying 6 in this one. Total has dipped down from, we've seen the total at 42. Now it's come down the other way, down to 41.5. And we'll get underway here with Kirk.
Yeah, and I'm still with the under here, even with the line move. I just don't see a high-scoring game here. The Broncos have one of the best defenses at home. Browns struggle to score the ball, but they've also been a little bit better defensively as of late. Give me the under here. I see like a 24-17 game. I think it's close, but I would give under an edge. Not a game I'm rushing to bet here personally, but that's just my lean in this one.
All right, looking here about 39 degrees here. No precipitation. Very light wind, 3 miles per hour. Very light here. That's the temperature tonight in Denver. Looks like pretty good fall weather there. Let's move on over to Broad.
Yeah, I agree. I like the under here. You look at if you look at Denver's last 3 games, sure, they have been scoring a lot more points. Bo Nick's doing a better job, averaging 27 points per game over those last 3 games. So a little improvement there. But in the games versus AFC this season, they've averaged 17 points a game. And that's what it's been, in about 300 yards of offense, and defensively giving up about 19 points per game. And sure, we've seen definitely the defense increase as well for this Denver defense over the last 3. They've been only giving up 13.3 points a game. And you look at this Cleveland's defense versus the AFC, they average 18.5 this season. Well, they give up about 20. So for me, it's like first to 20 wins this if we even get to 20. Give it the under 41.5 where it sits, 2017 type game. Maybe it might be a little wider spread for a few more stops or mate, but either way, I think we get under this total.
There we go. From Rod, we move on over to Brian.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of these under calls. I too, I'm going to have my free play on the under here too. Really bad offenses, but some of the Cleveland Browns' bad offensive numbers are under Deshaun Watson. Winston has been moving him down the field. I'm going to take David Njoku to score the first touchdown at plus 1,400. I think the tight end gets the first touchdown crap tonight.
Yeah, from Brian. Next up, move on over to Wayne.
Yeah, I hate to come over here and go on the other side of my fellow employees, but yeah, I'm on the over in this game. Over 5-4 in their last 9. This Denver team has been an over team, 7-5, and Cleveland hasn't been an over team, slightly under with 5-6 on the season, but they're 3-1 to the over in their last 4. Cleveland's defense have been awful at home, but they've been even worse on the road, giving up 27 points a game. Got put through the door against Pittsburgh, New Orleans, and Chargers. All 3 of those not really known for as offensive team. Cleveland comes in with a rest advantage when they have done so on the season, 2-0 to the over. Chubb's back in the lineup. I do think he starts to get acclimated and gives Jameis Winston a little play action room to continue to move the ball down the field, sort of like my guy Brian just said. And Denver, as Rob pointed out, Denver's been scoring crazy on offense, although he did point out how they haven't been doing good in these style games against these type of teams. I do feel like 41 is just a very low number. It's not going to take much to go over, so I'm going to ride the over on that one.
Yeah, from Wayne. Next up, we move on over to Javon.
Yeah, I was looking for something real quick to cash on in this game, and I think I might have found it with Cleveland Browns first drive punt. Now it's juiced out, to be fair, so I have 135. But if you're going to lay, and let's say in baseball terms, if you're going to lay, a heavy price on, one of these teams where the pitcher's not going to be involved in the latter stage of the game, you could damn sure lay the juice on something like a punt, first drive Cleveland Browns being a punt. I just think that with the Browns, with the Broncos defense playing at a high level, that it might be a 3-and-out situation going in this one in the first drive. So I want to get in, get out real quick in this one, get a quick casher and be done with it. So I think that's the best course of action.
Yeah, from Javon. Next up, we move on over to Joey.
Yeah, I'm with Wayne here. I like the over. This just seems a little too low. The Broncos' defense has definitely been good, but I expect a high-scoring game here. Cleveland is 11-3 to the over in road games since 2023, and 6-2 as a road dog. And Denver is 6-2 to the over in home games, with the total slated between 35.5 and 42. I think we see this one go over.
Yeah, from Joey here. I'll tell you what I think about this one. Yeah, I'm with Joey as well here in this one. And Wayne, I like the over in this game. The weather does play to the over here with perfect conditions, in my opinion, for fall weather in Denver. And it's good, and that means it's ideal for the offense. As we look at Cleveland's defense, pretty bad form. We've talked about here over their past 3 games. They're giving up a lot of chunk yards on the ground, 5 yards a carry, 72% completion rate, 8.9 yards per pass step. Denver's great passing form. I could see Cleveland in chase mode in this game because we see a big line in this game. Chubb is healthy. It could is back healthy. He's back in the room. He got 20 carries in that snow game. And issues. The thing with Winston here is a lot different, right? We've seen Winston his passing attempts in 3 of his 4 games have been 41 passes or greater. The only exception was that snow game. So he is airing it out, and this is the perfect condition to air it out. And I think that changes the attitude here and the mindset of Cleveland's offense, because now when you got a quarterback that's throwing the football 40 times, your receivers, your tight ends, they're juiced up, they're in tune, they're focused in this game, they're laser focused because they can put on a show here on Monday Night Football, knowing that their quarterback's going to throw the football at a high rate. The offensive linemen like that as well, because you always worry about those injuries on those running plays because you're in tight. Players fall on your legs. We see that a lot of time when they fall on your knees. There's a lot of injuries from offensive linemen up to the lower body when you run block. And I just think in this situation, we got a couple things going. We got the weather working for us. Jameis Winston is a quarterback that throws at high volume. We see the passing attempts at 40 plus in 3 of his 4 games. The Browns have gone over in 3 of his 4 starts this year as well. And a situation here where the Cleveland defense isn't very good. We could be in chase mode, and when you're not in that chase mode, no pressure mode, that's when Jameis can hit some chunk yards. We saw against the Ravens that deep pass. So I'm looking there over in this one as well. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through as we move on over to the NBA tonight. We got 4 games on the schedule. We'll do these 2 at a time based on the number of games here on the schedule. So let's get the odds up for you right now. Let's go through these games tonight. We got Pelicans and Hawks. The Hawks down to 9 from an opener of 10, total 230.5. Next game we'll cover here would be the Heat and the Celtics, and we see the Celtics will be favored 9.5. That looks like it came down from 10 early in the morning. The total coming here at 219.5. Let me see if I can get my injury screen. I got my injury screen up here right now, so we'll give you updates here on these games. It looks like from Miami, there's some news coming in right now. We have Butler, Jovic, Love, Richardson, and Ware out for Miami. Hauser, Holiday, Horford, Porzingis out for Boston. Brown will be questionable. So there you go with the injuries there on that one. And in the we've got the Pelicans, Atlanta. We've got Lundy and Zeller out for Atlanta, so just pretty much bench guys. On the Pelican side, Alvarado, Hawkins, Jones, Williamson out. Ingram right now is questionable. Ingram questionable for this game, and that's a calf injury, and there is really no other update there. So we got you caught up on these injuries tonight. So let's get this one underway here. Let's get this underway here with Kirk.
Yeah, brutal loss for the Celtics last night. Jovan and Wayne Noah went off on the Cavs yesterday on the morning show, and then they blew a 12-point lead, the Celtics, for me in the 4th. So there's no way I'm going with the Celtics in this one. They got too many injuries. I mean, they should have pulled it out, even with no Jalen, with no Derek White, but they collapsed there at the end. I'll give it to Cleveland, but Cleveland's still not a good basketball team. I don't care what people say. Anyways, with that being said, I just had to get that out. I'm on the Heat today, plus 9.5. I think there's just too many injuries on both sides. Both teams are on a back-to-back with travel. So double digits for the Celtics in this one when they have a 5-game week. I just don't think they're going to cover this. I mean, there's too many people on the injury report. Give me the Heat plus 9.5. And I'm going to take the over in the Hawks-Pelicans game. One thing the Hawks do not do is play defense. So if they can score 120, the Pelicans could get to 110. I think this easily gets to 230, so I'm on the over there.
There from Kirk. Next up, we move on over to Rod.
Yeah, and this time slot, you know what? I'm looking at the Heat here in the first half. You look at Boston, and against bad defensive teams so far this season, they haven't fared so well in the first half. ATS 2-10 ATS against poor defensive teams. So for me, give me the Heat here, plus whatever points you can grab up in the first half of that one, and then I think that Pelicans line has come down. But actually, people are betting on the G League Pelican hustle team that doesn't hustle. So it's like for me. But then do you want to lay it with Atlanta? That's a tough game there in that one. I think no defense is played, but is there enough guys in there to get you up and over that total? Oof. Whatever way you're going, it's I'm running away from the betting window with that one. Good luck to whoever decides to lay money in that game. It's a pass for me.
There you go, and that's perfectly acceptable there to do that. You're not the bookmaker has to come with the line. You have the right to play it or not. Next up, we move on over to Brian.
Yeah, this is a tough 2-pack to pick from. gave out the Miami Heat as far as my video pick goes, but in this slot here tonight, I think I'll lean towards the Pelicans. I mean, this team, losers of 8 straight games, but they have covered 3 out of the last 5. This is Atlanta Hawks are those classic team that doesn't cover this type of line. I'll take the points here with the Pelicans. I think they can keep it within 2 possessions.
There from Brian. Next up, we move on over to Wayne.
Yeah, hate to disagree with my buddy Brian, but Atlanta has owned the Pelicans 7-3 straight up and 6-4 ATS. Atlanta, as he says, known to be one of the worst ATS teams, but I think they get to the middle of the pack this year. And you know who is the worst ATS team so far? The start of the season is New Orleans at 7-14. As Brian also mentioned, losers of 8 straight, but also in their last 10, they have failed to cover to get in the double digits. 5 of those games, I just don't see the scoring from this team. And this is Atlantic Hawks team that's trending in the right direction after beating a top 5 team in Cleveland twice and starting to get some players back to give them some depth off the bench. When Atlanta Hawks do cover big spreads like this, it's normally at home, so it makes it a little bit more easier to bet with the Hawks -9 when they're at the crib. That's the way I'm leaning towards in this one.
There from Wayne. All right, next up, we move on over to Javon.
Yeah, so given all the injuries with the Celtics and the Heat, it's just a situation where I think that the Celtics can make hay in this one. You know, at least in the first quarter. I got my daughter with me, so bear with me.
Okay.
But with all that said, the Celtics bench, they are equipped to withstand at least the first quarter boost in this one. I did give this out as one of my parlay pieces. I didn't know about the all the injuries, but with that said, hello. With all the injuries, I think with the with the guys that they have on their bench, I think that they could withstand a first quarter. Oh my God, girl. So I think the first quarter's in play for the Celtics. After that, I have no idea.
There we go from Javon. All right, next up, we move on over to Joey.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the Celtics in the first half here. This is a bet I typically love. The Celtics are 9-3 in the first half at home against the Southeast, dating back to 2023, and the Heat are 3-5 against the spread, with a spread between 3.5 to 9.5 in the first half on the road. So with that said, I really like the Celtics to take the lead early here and probably fall apart towards the end like they did last night.
There from Joey. I'll tell you what I think here about these tonight. I'll be looking here at I'm going to look here at the Heat in this one. The thing here with the Celtics is their defense has dropped off a little bit. Not trying to be too critical with them. They have failed to cover 6 of 9, but I think these point spreads have been too high based on the fact that they're allowing 47% shooting from this season. One thing about the Heat is they make their threes on the road at 40%. This could be another situation like we saw when they played the Wizards and some other teams where they win but don't cover. I can see this happening here because they've only covered, they failed to cover 6 of 9. I'll look at the Heat here plus the points. And this Pelicans team, I know it's tough to lay points with Atlanta, but we have this Pelicans team has just been too poor, failing to cover 9 of 11 on the road. I'll look for Atlanta in this spot. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru as we get ready here for the next series of games. And from the NBA, we'll conclude here with the next 2 on the board. They will be Lakers and the T-Wolves. The T-Wolves 7.5, total 219. That's your NBA TV game. And then we'll go to Nets and Bulls. The Bulls 7.5, total 231.5. Let's take a look at these injuries here for with these two. On the Brooklyn side, it's a ton here. Bogdanovich, Clowney, Finney-Smith, Martin, Simmons, Cam Thomas, Williams out. Cameron Johnson, he's a key to this offense. Still listed as questionable. Tweaked his ankle in the final minute. He said he's fine. Maybe because let's see what his contract looks like. That's the first thing I'm going to take a look. That's the first thing I'm going to take a look at here and see what his contract. He signed a 4-year contract, and while he's still under contract, he's just got that ballers mentality. He wants to play even with a twisted ankle. He's okay with me. But anyway, actually he's in the lineup as I refresh. All right. No, I'm sorry. He's out of the lineup. Just right now as I refresh back to it, he's out. So so a lot of offense missing from this Brooklyn Nets team. So yeah, he's under contract for a while, so he's out. White and Williams out for the Bulls here in this one. Lakers side, boy, this is something. Hayes, Vanderbilt, Wood out. Reddish, Reeves, Hutch-Shafino are questionable. We can now upgrade Russell to probable. Of course, Davis is on probable every day. And Olivari, just the bencher, he's probable. So there you go. Ingles and we got Dillingham, a bencher out here for the T-Wolves. So there you're caught up here with the injuries. Let's get it underway here with Kirk.
Yeah, I was actually going to give Cam Johnson over on the points, but now since he's been ruled out 30 seconds before my pick, I'm going to take Jalen Wilson over on the points. A guy that, second-year player that has a lot of talent, Summer League MVP. His over-under earlier in the day was 12.5. If you can still grab that before you get the Cam Johnson outline, I would grab it. Even at 15.5, this Bulls team does not play defense, so probably going to be a shootout. Take Jalen Wilson over on the points, whatever it may be. That's how confident I am in the Bulls not playing defense. Then the other game, I don't know how you can lay points with the Wolves, especially this many. I get that the Lakers have injuries, but most of those guys have been out for the entire season so far. Lakers plus 7.5 against the Wolves. I mean, that's got to be the play here.
Yeah, from Kirk. Next up, we move on over to Rod.
Yeah, look at these ones. I like the under 231 there. Brooklyn and Chicago and all those guys in. That line hasn't budged all day, so give me the under there in that one. Definitely too high of a total there with all those guys out. Give me the under there. And looking at the Lakers taking on Minnesota. You know what? I'm looking at the Lakers on the road. It's just it's not a place where I want to be putting my money. You know what? Give me Minnesota. This looks like a nice good little triple up spot here where I'm gonna take Minnesota in the first quarter. I'm gonna take Minnesota in the first half. And I'm gonna take Minnesota full game. Lakers aren't even going to get a sniff in this game tonight, and the Timberwolves win this by 10 plus.
Looking at a smash spot. Rod's looking at a smash spot.
Smash spot. From Timberwolves.
There you go from Rod.
Give me the key. I'll be sleeping in the house of disappointment tonight. Give me Minnesota here in this one.
There you go from Rod. Move on over to Brian.
I think me and Rod are on the same wavelength. You look at the Minnesota Timberwolves; they've lost 4 of the last 5. They're 9-10 on the season, facing the 12-18, but they're the team laying 7.5. Lakers beat them in October. Lakers on a back-to-back spot here. I think Minnesota much better than the record indicates, and it's the perfect smash spot here. I think a double-digit win for Minnesota here tonight.
Brian looking for a smash as well. Let's move on over to Wayne.
Let's make it a three-peat. I completely agree. Seeing the Lakers struggling against Utah. Utah covered the plus 7.5 yesterday, but lost outright by 1 point. As Brian just mentioned, Minnesota in the revenge spot. I've been keeping up with some of the bulletins. Anthony Edwards called his teams out, calling them soft, say they need to play a lot better at home. This is a team that's already tries to 6-4 against the Lakers overall, so they try to handle their West Coast teams when they can. And I'm always going to ride with the defense and rebounding, and they got a clear advantage on that side. Lakers, we've been mentioning all season, a weak bench versus Minnesota. They got a couple microwaves to come off that bench, so I don't mind laying the points with Minnesota in this spot.
There from Wayne. All right, next up we move on over to Joanne.
Yeah, just tell me the injury report for the Minnesota Lakers game, because I did miss that.
All right, here's the update here in the Minnesota and Lake. Let me just go ahead and refresh it, because last time I refreshed it, we had something happen. All right, here we go. We've got Hayes, Vanderbilt, Wood out. Russell, we got some upgrades. Now, here we got the upgrades here with this refresh. Russell, Reddish, Reeves, Olivari, Hutch-Shafino are now probable. So we had some updates here. So just Vanderbilt, Wood. It looks like the Lakers and Hayes and the rest probable. So all those questionables have now moved to probable. Ingles, Dillingham are out. Bunch of benchers there for the Timberwolves. But for the most part, the guy, it just looks like Hayes, Vanderbilt, and Wood, the regular guys, look to be out, because we have just pretty much upgraded all the probables. And of course, we can now put Anthony Davis out of the probables and into the starting lineup. So there you go here with the refresh. And boy, a lot of updates there.
Yeah, it sure is. But with that said, I'm gonna agree with the fellas, with the majority. I'm gonna roll with the Minnesota Timberwolves. It doesn't really take much for me to go against the Lakers. You know, they haven't been in good form lately. Neither have the Minnesota Timberwolves, but I did like what I saw out of their last game. They ended up losing by one point, but I think in this some situation, given the fact that they did lose by 7 points, 110 to 103 in the first game at the beginning of the season, I think in Minnesota they get the job done. I think this line is appropriate. As far as the total, I would still say under these, especially the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've been playing in under games as of late, and I think they bear down on defense in this one if they want to get the win. So, give me the Minnesota Timberwolves and the under.
There from Javon. Next up, we move on over to Joey.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the Nets plus the points here. I know they got a lot of injuries, but the Bulls as a favorite just doesn't sit right with me. The Nets are 8-3 as a road dog this season and 3-0 against the spread on the road when playing on a back-to-back. The Bulls are 0-1 against the spread as a home favorite and just 4-5 against the spread at home overall this season. Like I said, I think this is just too many points. Take the Nets plus 7.5 here.
There from Joey. I'll tell you what I think here about these games here. I'm with Joey here with the Nets here at the plus the price. The Bulls are just playing horrid defense at home this year. They are last in home defensive efficiency, allowing 120 points per 100 possessions. You have a -9 net rating on your home court, man. That is just brutal. One thing about Brooklyn is they make their threes, and they do that at on the road, 40% from three. Chicago at home giving up 49% shooting and 127 points per game, getting outscored by 10 a game. The Nets, they've covered 9 of 12 on the road because they remember this is the team that has the lowest season win total of any team at 19.5. So there's been some value there because people consider them to be the worst team in the league based on the Sharps do, right? Based on the season win total. So I'll look here at Brooklyn in that one. Again, I'm going to look at the T-Wolves in this one. 2-day rest advantage here for Minnesota. This is a big key for me here. A back-to-back spot, LA. On the road here, they don't make their threes, 32% from three on the road. The T-Wolves make their threes at home at 39%. Lakers in back-to-back road games, 3-6 to the spread. So I'll look here at this T-Wolves team tonight. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through. We'll switch over to college basketball. We're doing it this time of the year. We're just asking the captains, just give us what you got. Once we get into conference season, we'll go by the time block. We have a massive amount of games here from college hoops. So let's get our college basketball segment started here. Just give us what you got. We'll start here with Kirk.
Yeah, I'm looking at the over in the Bryant versus Drexel game kicking off. I know it's a 7 o'clock start. Bryant averaging 80 points a game, giving up 82. This is a team that just cannot play defense, but they can also score the ball. So they've gone over this 150 total in 4 of their last 5 games. So I'm on the over in that one. And what was the other one I had? I have URI minus 2.5 at Yale. I think they win and cover at home here. URI is a solid home team, so give me URI minus 2.5 against Yale at home.
There from Kirk. Next up, we move on over to Rod. You're on mute, Rod.
Mute.
There we go.
That's how.
For me, this I like a couple in this time spot here. I'm going to go take Chicago State plus the 20 points against the Tommies. I think that's just too many points. I think the Tommies win the game, but not by 20. More like the Tommies win by a dozen there in that one. Chicago State gets the cover for us there in that one. And then I like the under Washington State and Nevada. Nevada can definitely has some length and can play some solid defense. When it comes down to the free throw game, yeah, they're a dumpster fire. It's hitting the free throws. So they also play at a slow pace. So they're not going to get themselves into too much foul trouble. Slow the pace down. This thing's at 146.5 and pretty much stuck there. I haven't seen it go up. I haven't seen it go down. It's pretty much not moved a whole lot. Why? Because the book's happy where it is. Give me the under 146.5 there. Washington State is a dog. I believe 11-2 to the under in their last 13 as a road dog. So give me the under there.
Yeah, from Rod. Next up, we move on over to Brian.
Yeah, on this college basketball board here, I'm going to go with the Yale Bulldogs plus the points. I like my Ivy League teams. I can't help it. I know they're 4-4 and they're playing a 7-0 Rhode Island team, but if you look at Rhode Island's schedule, who have they played? Fairfield, Holy Cross, Lafayette, Detroit University. I mean, and they're not covering these games. If you look at Yale, they've played Minnesota, Purdue, tougher schedule. I just think this number speaks to me. I'll take the Yale Bulldogs plus the points.
Yeah, from Brian. Next up, we move on over to Wayne.
Yeah, I'm going back to that Bryant Dressel game, but I'm gonna be on the side, not the total. Give me Bryant. 4-4 in the season, solid 3-point shooting team, solid rebounding team. As Kirk said, they do play a lot better on the offensive end over the defensive end. Drexel, solid defensive team, but I just don't respect what they've done on offense, especially against the opponents they played. I think the offense for Bryant and the defense does enough for them to win this game. They have the worst record and only a 1-point dog on the road. I'm gonna take the dog in this spot. And one more game I like is Jackson State plus the 20 versus St. Louis. Just too many points. I understand Jackson State is 0-7, but they played Houston, Kentucky, Vanderbilt, High Point, Xavier, all sound programs, and they are the better covering team. St. Louis just 1-4 on the spread, and you're asking them to cover by 20 points. Nah, I'm going to take Jackson State on that one.
There from Wayne. Next up, we shall move on over to Javon.
Yeah, I'm on Louisiana Monroe, catching points at home against UT Arlington. Just a situation where these are usually tight games between these two. Last time they played was in 2022, but last 5 matchups, ULM has covered all of those games, and I expect more of the same with catching points. This team hasn't been a covering team, but they're familiar with this foe, and I think they get the job done in this one. They might be little outright win out there. So, good game to put some more money on the money line also.
There from Javon. Next up, we move on over to Joey.
Yeah, so I'm looking at Rhode Island on the money line here. They're a really good team at home. They're 7-2 straight up in non-conference games dating back to last season, and 6-1 straight up following one or more consecutive wins. Yale's really struggled as a dog, especially on the road, going 2-6 straight up since 2024. And you're just 8-8 in non-conference play. I understand Yale definitely played a tougher schedule, but I think their road woes continue here, and Rhode Island gets to win.
There from Joey. I'll give you one here tonight from me here from College Hoops. I'm really looking here at Washington State here, plus the points. As Rod alluded to, Nevada, a very poor free throw shooting team. They come off a long layoff as well. They don't force very many turnovers, a below average rebounding team on the defensive end. Washington State has a lot of size. They shoot and defend well inside. They make their free throws and defend the three-point line. I'll look at Washington State here at plus the 11.5. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through. We'll move on over to the NHL on this card tonight. We got a 4-game card tonight from the NHL. So let's go ahead and bring up the odds, and then we'll tell you the games. We'll cover them all here in this one spot. Let's take a look here. We've got the Devils and Rangers tonight. We see the Devils $1.22, total 6.5. Blackhawks and Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs now up to $4, $4.05, total 6. Stars and Hockey Club. Stars $1.19, total 6.5. And that's where we'll stop it right there. It looks like we got three-game card. Looks like I thought it was a 4, but maybe it's a 3-game card for tonight. It is 3-game card. That's right. I thought for some reason it was 4. All right, let's see. We'll get it underway here with Kirk. You got skates, Kirk?
Yeah, I got the Stars and the Devils money line. No real reason, just I feel like I need to give something out today for hockey. I'm 0-1 on the show, so trying to get one winner here on the show. Hopefully Rod agrees with me.
All right, hopefully. Let's see. Rod, what do you got?
Yeah, I like the over between New Jersey and the Rangers. So I think both teams, the way they're been scoring goals this season, they can easily score 3 apiece. And if it's 3-3, well, that gets us to 7, and that gets us over the total. So give me the over 6.5 there. It's like, Devils, depends which Devils team shows up. We've seen Jekyll and Hyde with that team this season. They are 16-9. In the spot, it's like against the good teams, they do like to show up. So I like the over 6.5 there in that one. I am going the other way, though. I like Utah here in this spot. Dallas played last night, second half of back-to-back here for them. And it'll be DeSmith in goal there in that one. I expect DeSmith to step up, though. His last start, he didn't look so good. He got ripped on. So what we did see was this Utah Hockey Club go into get whooped by Vegas last time out too. So both teams looking for a little bit of a bounce back here. But Utah with the rest advantage here in this one. See this Utah Hockey Club. They scored 6, and people are like, oh, they're going to whoop it up on Vegas or on Dallas. I don't think they whoop it up on Dallas. I think they score enough to beat Dallas because I think the Smith has a solid game. Got to go with the Utah Hockey Club here in this one. I just don't trust the Smith. Goalie wise, Utah gets the advantage with Carl and goal in that one.
There we go from Rod on over to Brian.
I gotta say, me and Rod are like on the same wavelength here, and I kind of regret I didn't put Utah in as my premium in the NHL today. Dallas back to back off that big win against big bad Winnipeg Jets. Now they got to get up for the Utah Hockey Club, have the rest advantage, and they've won 3 out of the last 5. And this line looks a little bit fishy, just plus 105 or only minus 125 to bet the Dallas Stars. I'll take the Utah Hockey Club here.
Yeah, from Brian. All right, Wayne, you got your skates on tonight?
Not yet, Tony.
Not
We
yet.
closing in on them.
All
When this
right.
football gets over, we gotta be able to dive in a little harder.
We got it. Javon, the skates still in storage?
He wants the Bruins.
Yeah, they're still in storage. Okay, skates still in the storage. All right, let's go on over to Joey.
Yeah, so I have a premium selection on a Devils Rangers game, but there's a trend here in a Dallas Stars game that I really like that makes me want to lean towards Dallas here. It's favorites against the money line after playing 2 consecutive home games in December. They're 141-50, a 73% rate since 2021. So with that, give me the Dallas Stars.
There from Joey. All right, we got you through the NHL segment here on the show, and now it's time to take a look here at our parlay peripheral segment where the cappers can give out a parlay, a peripheral pick, a pick from the future. Maybe they got a pick from the college football championship Saturday or Friday. They make the call. Player props also allowed. Team props, they name it. So let's get the parlay segment beginning here with Kirk.
Yeah, give me Bo Nix first touchdown.
Bo Nix first touchdown. Let's hope it comes quickly for the over players out there. All right, let's go on over to Ron.
And for me, 2-teamer, take the Utah Hockey Club and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Parlay those 2 up.
From Rod on over to Brian.
Well, Rod's stealing my thunder. Take the Utah Hockey Club and the Yale plus the points. That's what I like tonight.
Yeah, from Brian on over to Wayne.
Yeah, take Bryant money line. And we'll roll with Minnesota Chicago money line. That Bryant money line should get us in plus money.
Very good. On over to Javon.
I'll take a shot with Jerry Judy. Anytime touchdown is at plus 200. Nice little price. For a revenge game for this guy. Had a a tumultuous career while he was at Denver. He showed some promise while he's been with Cleveland, and Jameis has been throwing the ball downfield, and he's gonna want to get to Judy in this one. So I think the talks are gonna go his way, and hopefully he hits pay dirt. So I think it's worth a shot.
Yeah, from Javon on over to
And
Joe.
and just one more thing. If you look at his first time, the first time is plus 1,200. So if you want to get crazy, get crazy.
There we go. From
First time scorer.
there we go. From Javon on over to Joey.
Yeah, I like Bo Nix to throw 2+ touchdowns here. This is cash in 4 of his last 5 games. He's getting really confident here, really getting better at throwing the ball, and I think he can definitely get 2 on this Cleveland defense tonight.
There from Joey. I'll tell you what I got. I got a 3-teamer here with Washington State College Hoops with the plus points here with the Heat and plus the points here with the Brooklyn Nets. All right, let's see what the cappers have for sale right now over at Pick Dogs Premium. Heading to a big week of action. Championship Saturday and Friday here from college football. A lot of NFL. College hoops continues here. We got some big SEC, ACC challenge coming up and more this week. So lots going on in the sports world. Of course, NBA Cup still got a couple nights. I think the Tuesday, Friday going on. So let's see what the cappers have for sale over at Pick Dogs Premium. So we'll see what Kirk has for sale. Off to a good start in the NBA. What do you got for sale over at the site?
Yeah, really hot in the NBA. So only got one play tonight. Gearing up for Master Day tomorrow. Small slate in the NBA. My play of the day is in the NBA 7:30 start. So make sure to scoop that up. But a lot going on. Midweek soccer, NFL tonight, NFL this weekend, college basketball. Really everything I got going. So hop on something long term as well.
And I'm board here with Kirk. over at Pick Dogs. We'll see what Brian has for sale over at Pick Dogs. Brian enjoying a great 2024.
You almost caught me napping there. I thought Rod was next. But for me, my best bet every day is my titanium selection is in the Monday Night Football game tonight. I'm on a 35 and 25, 58.3% run on the titaniums, or get that in my private plays 3-pack. NHL best bet, and NBA best bet, and the NFL best bet, all for $50 at pickdogs.com.
From Brian, getting on board with Brian over at Pick Dogs Premium, long-term passes, best value there. Let's see what Wayne has for sale over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's been hot in the NFL.
Yes, coming off a 3-1 day in the NFL, I do have a play of the day in the NFL, play of the day in the NBA, and play of the day in college basketball. I have a 3-pack with all basketball where I have my college basketball play of the day, NBA play of the day, and the extra college basketball on my 3-pack. So if you want my NBA and college basketball play of the day, you can just get my 3-pack. Pair me up one of these fine handicappers that you see on the show. As Tony mentioned, it's going to be a solid week of sports. Good NBA card tomorrow. College basketball card should be a little better tomorrow. Definitely a fire college basketball card. Wednesday, playoff football coming up and college football. Plenty of action. And to get on all those actions immediately when these plays drop, grab a 3-day, 7-day, a monthly pass. Let's continue to get money this month.
Yeah, from Wayne, let's see what Javon has for sale over at Pick Dogs Premium right now. Javon cranking it right now in college football. What a great regular season here for Javon in college football heading into championship weekend. What do you have for sale, Javon, over at the site?
Yeah, I got a college basketball 3-pack. Been running hard on that. I'm number 2 on the website in college basketball. Trying to chase down Al McMorty, but that's probably going to be next to impossible. But yeah, check me out. I also have the Monday Night Football side and total. Think that's going to align in this one. So I also have that. So jump on something long term, 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, yearly, or maximum one of the other handicaps for the 2-for-1 capital motion. You can't go wrong here at Sports Chat Place and Pick Dogs. Let's get it.
Let's get it indeed. Let's see what Joey has for sale over at Rod. Let's see what Rod has for sale over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's headed to a big night of action. Rod's been hot over the last 7.
Yeah, definitely had a good week. Looking to continue that. Had a nice 10-1 day yesterday. Damn Jets! Why did I take the Jets? What was I thinking? Don't take the Jets ever again. Jets cost me a sweep yesterday. I can't believe I took the Jets. What was I thinking there? Figured they had a chance, and they did. They had a nice lead, but completely collapsed like the Jets normally do.
Yeah.
On to today. New week, new action. Let's get it. Today I've got my Monday Night Football play of the day. 6-1 day in the NFL yesterday, looking to finish off the week strong. Definitely going to scoop that up singly. College basketball, I was off to a hot start. I had a nice little downslide and dug myself back out of a hole into the plus side in college basketball again. Got my 10-star play in that. Also have my NHL sniper play going. All those 3 are included in the Mega Monday triple. So our 5-pack in that one. I threw in a couple college basketball as well. So definitely scoop that up to start the week. Or the best way to go is we got so much action this week. Championship week. We got college football action. You've got more NFL action. More college hoops actions. That's starting to ramp up. Conference tournaments, games right around the corner in college basketball as well. Grab that week pass. Join me. Take me for a test drive. If you like what you see, and let's put some money in your pocket this week as we did last week. I'm loving this week's action, so jump aboard. Join that week pass. That's the best way to go. Long term, that way you get everything I got going in all the sports. It's that time of year, so many sports are going and overlapping all over the place instead of buying these individually. And there's all the cappers before me. I'm not the only one that's been hot over this weekend. Definitely take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper promotional over at pickdogs.com and Sports Chat Place. Use the promo code PICK at checkout as well.
Absolutely. Get on board right over at Pick Dogs. Let's see what Joey has still over at Pick Dogs. Joey cranking it right now on the ice.
Yeah, I got a 3 plays tonight, including my NHL Metro Division game of the week. I'm 6-1 my last 7 on the ice and 25-14 my last 39. I also have a college basketball mid-major mauler. I'm on a 71% CBB surge, so use the code PICK and you get 15% off those plays.
So I get on board with Joey over at Pick Dogs. I have an NFL best bet on the board right now. Number 1 unit producer over at Pick Dogs in the NFL. Come off a 4-0 day yesterday. So get on board with me. Of course, those long-term passes. Remember that 1-month pass? I'll get all my NFL plays here for the next 30 days. That'll cover you right into January 2nd. And of course, includes all of my college football, NBA, college hoops with that 1 month pass. Remember, promo code PINK at checkout will save that 15% off. You can match me up with your favorite cappers out there. Match me up with the multi-capper promotion. So go ahead and get signed up. All right, we got you through here. Our show tonight. Let's see what the cappers got going over on the Pick Dogs and YouTube channel. Let's see what Kirk, what you got up on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel and your plans for the week.
Yeah, I got soccer games every day this week. So you'll see a video from me, Goran, and Jack every day this week. And Cashing Props with Kirk should be back tomorrow, where I'll give you my favorite prop in every NBA game every single day. So that should be back tomorrow. I wanted to start today, but Jay said it wasn't good enough for the channel yet. So hopefully that'll be up tomorrow.
There we go from Kirk. Rod, you're pretty much a regular here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday.
Yeah, pretty much a regular here on the drive-thru Monday to Friday. Definitely tune in. We'll have some nice fun winners for you.
Let's get it indeed. Of course, Brian, what can we find from you over on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel?
Every day, my sharp betting contrarian predictions. Just got done shooting one. That's on every single day on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel. I'm going to be there this weekend, hanging out with the guys, arguing about sports. Should be some fun.
That should be fun. Javon, I know you put together parlay pieces up there parlays up on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's another one out today. So check that out. And pretty much every day we have that on the board.
Very good. And of course, Wayne, he keeps an eye on boxing for us. Wayne, as we head to the end of the year, to the new year, what's happening in the world of boxing?
There's a Navarte versus Valdez too. That's a interesting fight. Odds on a little decent. Next mega fight will be Fury and Usyk rematch December. And there was a huge fight just announced today. It was a great fight card. Get back to me on Wednesday, and I'll have that one ready for y'all just to keep us updated on the boxing. Regular here on the drive-thru, and you'll see me on the weekend show as well.
Absolutely. Of course, Joey covers NASCAR. We're right now on the off-season right now. Looking forward to big 2025. And Joey, what can we see here on the drive-thru?
Yeah, you can see me drive through on Mondays and Wednesdays, and in 75 short days, we'll be back with NASCAR at Daytona, so I'm definitely looking forward to it.
There you go. He covers that on the video series, guys, so keep an eye when we get back on the road, back on the back here on the NASCAR. It'll be Joey here with the video coverage. All right, that's going to do it here for the drive-thru. Back again tomorrow live at 6 p.m. each time here with you Monday through Friday here on the drive-thru. All right, before we go, guys, anybody have anything in closing before we go? All right.
Nope.
Let's make it a winning night, guys. And Mitch would want that, right? Well, of course, we miss our friend Mitch. Boy, that was tough. But we're going to continue to move on and pick winners and build this community moving forward. That's going to do it for the show, guys. Good wake up body, guys. You guys make it a winning night.